Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, it is Monday morning and today we are going to be doing a timing belt on a Peugeot 108. So yeah, done a few of these now, so shouldn't really be an issue. And there is one extra thing that I've suggested that we do on this. And the customer has agreed just to pay that a little bit extra for the peace of mind knowing what it is and the condition of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the sump and we're going to check that pickup pipe from underneath. Just changing the belt these days, especially on these wet belts. It's a Peugeot 108 1.2 Puretec wet belt. So yeah, these wet belts, really, you've got to drop those sumps now and check those pickup pipes and clean them if they need cleaning, ready to receive the new belt. And you know, to drop the sump, you've got to remove the oil. So then you've got to, you know, put new oil in. You can't put old oil in. So new oil has got to go in. So it's a little bit more expensive because it's best really to do that. But yeah, she's agreed. So we're going to crack on with that today. So let's bring it in, quickly show you, and then we're going to go for it. Let's do this. Right, so guys, here we go. A little Peugeot 108 customer's car, 2015, as you can see there. Mileage is, oh, what's the mileage? I think you can see that, can you? There you go. So it is 65,299. 65 to. I think it's because the door's open, isn't it? 65,299 on the miles, guys. So yeah, 1.2 Puretec petrol engine. We know all about these, don't we? Yeah, timing belt. We've got to change it on this one. Well, someone's actually suggested that she changes this. It wasn't me suggesting it. Someone's told her, really, because of the mileage and the year, you should be changing the timing belt. So we're going to do that. You can see it through the cap. You can. And you can see these belts. I'll show you it. Let me show you the condition of it. And I've got a funny feeling this one's quite bad. Yes, see, you can't really tell. Like, it's there. You can see it. You see it. It's there. But what people don't realise is that the actual breakdown of the belt is on the inside where the teeth sit. It's not on the top. It's always the underneath part. So you can't really see what's going on. But due to obviously the mileage in a year, it's just good practice, really. Someone has told her that, and they're right. Do you know what I mean? You should be changing it. A little bit tricky, this one. I think this one's got to be the top airbox. You know, it's got to come out. To do that, it's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit fiddly, but it is definitely doable. Just got to strip this down a little bit, take the airbox out, and then that sort of undoes. You've got 2 or 3 bolts at the back, which are a little bit fiddly to get to, but you can do it. Because we've got to get to the cam cover. On this one, the newer ones, these ones have got to be cam cover off, so we can get the timing tools lined up and put in place. So, but yeah, and I did suggest, I said, look, if you're going to go and do this and do the belt, really, we should be checking that underneath the sump and the pickup pipe that pulls it. So obviously that pickup pipe can then be cleaned, ready, and then receive a new belt and new oil. So that is what we're going to be doing. today. So I'm not sure if we're going to get it all done today, but I'm going to definitely make a start right now and crack on and just see how far we get. So let's get set up. Let's just start stripping it down as much as we can. I might actually do the underneath first. Get the sump down first, get the oil down, check that, clean that, put that back up in place, and then we can be back on top. So, but, you know, I've got to take the wheel off. Wheel arch liner's got to come out. So there's loads of bits and pieces to do on this. This is not really a how-to video. It's just a, you know, I'm just showing you guys and the owner what's been done, how I've been doing it, and obviously, you know, the process of it. But it's not really a step-by-step how-to. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, let's crack on. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, guys, I just want to cut in there quickly because I've got to show you this. This is unbelievable. I can't believe that I found this. And luckily, I did drop the oil. And we're going to do a check. I'm going to drop this sump here. And we're going to check that pickup pipe as well to make sure it's clean. It's only a tiny little sump, but it's still got to be really dropped and checked. But I've just dropped the oil, and that's how much I've got. That's it. I'm still a little bit sort of shocked, really, that that's all that's left in the engine and this sump. That's not even... That doesn't even look like a litre to me. And there's got to be, I don't know the exact amount, but there's got to be about 4 litres in here. Surely. I haven't done one of these for a while, so I'm not 100% sure here, but that is not right. That's all there is. That's not right. It can't be. I know it is only a tiny engine, but I just really can't remember. I'm sure it's more than that. Sure of it. Okay. Well, let's get this sump down, and then I'm going to show you the pickup pipe and check. So I'm going to be showing you, and I'm going to be showing the customer as well. So, you know, but I don't know if this is burning oil. I think they do suffer. These engines do suffer from burning oil on the piston rings. So it could be that she's losing the actual oil on this. But you know that I can't check that. That's just something that's inside the engine. You just can't. You're not going to be able to do that and check that. But yeah. So I'm just a little bit shocked, really, that that's all that's come out. Anyway, let's get this sump down there, guys, and check that pickup pipe. Let's continue with this car. Let's do this. Right, guys, there is the sump dropped. Did you see that? Now, let's have a look at the all-important pickup pipe to see if it's blocked. It's not blocked, but it is starting to go. You can see the little pieces. Can you see it all there? Look. So all those little pieces has come off the actual belt. Looking at this inside the sump, there's not really... I've got to clean it up to see what's in there, but it's not really anything. There's a few speckles there. Can you see those little bits there? So there's a few little bits and pieces, but see that there. Is there a magnet in here? I can't remember if there's a magnet in this one. I don't think there is a magnet. But yeah, if I do lean that so that the oil comes down and runs to the bottom corner, you can just see that there's some little bits and pieces at the bottom there. So, yeah, not much. It ain't a lot. I've seen worse, but still necessary, really, just to check to make sure. It's good practice, really, to do this whenever you're doing a wet belt. I have undone the bolt from this pickup pipe. So now I'm going to remove it. Oil should come out of this a little bit. Normally does. There you go. Always does. For some reason. So, yeah, there's your pickup pipe. I normally drop them down just to clean them off. You can just give them a good cleaning through that pipe there, through that bit and through that bit. Sort of give it a good clean. Nothing's really going to get, hopefully nothing's going to get through that gauze, that metal, because it's quite good, that. And it's doing its job, look. And all those little bits is from the belt. So it does look like it's only just starting to go and break down this belt. So yeah, so far, guys, I think that's good news, really. So what I'm going to do, I want to clean this up. I'm going to clean this up, the sump, clean up this area, and then we're going to re-stick that with the adhesive gasket sealer. We're going to put it all back together, put it all back up, and then we can carry on with, we can start making attention to obviously the timing belt. So we're going to have to get this wheel off, get this wheel arch liner out of the way so I can get to the crank bolt, because that's got to come off. And then, yeah, we've got to do some work on the top end, a little bit of stripping down on the top to get to that, to actually lock it up on the actual cams, or cams. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. We've definitely seen worse. So yeah, let's give it a nice clean up and then put it all back together. Let's do this. Right, guys, okie dokie. Right, that is on and back up and all put back together. So yeah, so that's the oil intake all cleaned, and that should be that done. But what I want to do is I actually want to check to see how much oil's in this, because that that still amazes me that there's only that much in it. But I think, like I said to you, I think it's burning oil. It must be. It's nothing, is it? It's nothing. That's mad. So just over 1.5 litres. That's 1.5 litres. So just over. That is crazy. Actually, no, I think it's there. It's actually there. It's not there, it's there. So just over 1 litre. Well, that's definitely not enough oil. That can't be enough oil. I'm shocked. I've not come across one of these that's burning oil like that. It must be burning. She told me she had it serviced a couple of months ago, so it's got to be burning oil through the piston rings. It's got to be. Not unless she's got an oil leak somewhere. I'll have to ask her. Maybe she's losing oil. Maybe she's got an oil leak. But it looks clean underneath there. It really does. It don't look like there's been dripping oil anywhere from the side to the back. It just looks dusty but not oily. You can tell, like especially like around those kind of areas, you can tell if it's oily. But it's not. I don't think it is. I don't think it's an oil leak. But I'm going to let her know anyway. Right, we've got to move on and get this timing belt done now. So I'll set you back up. Let's get this wheel off, wheel arch liner, drop the car down, and then start removing the top end to get to this. To get to this lock-in. We've got to get the lock-in. You've got 2 locking kits for this. Is that a 15 in it? So it's a 2017. So I've got another one. Where's the other one? Got these timing kits. Is that one? I think that's the one. So yeah, so you got these two kits here. These cover the Peugeot Puretec 1.2 timing belt toolkits. So we'll use one of those get this done for. I've got a Dayco timing belt kit. It's actually still on its way, but I'm still waiting for that. But whilst we're waiting for it, let's crack on and get to it and get to the old one removed. So I'll set you up, guys, and let's do this. Right, okay, so far, guys, this has been an absolute pain. And I'll tell you for why. It's because, look at, there's no room. It's just such a tiny little engine bay. And normally, like on the 208s, you know, those kind of Peugeot, bigger cars, there's a little bit more space when it comes to around the engine. This has been an absolute joke just to get that air intake out, this air intake. It's been an absolute nightmare. So, you know, first of all, I've got to get to the bolts, which are behind here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Them 4 bolts there have got to be removed. There's no room to get your hands around the back whatsoever. So I struggled with that first of all. Then, normally what would happen is that I'll swing the air intake this way, but there isn't enough room, so I've got to drop that engine mount or the gearbox mount down, lower it down, support it on this jack, and then just sort of give it an angle, show you like this, about that much, so that you can swing it out this way. It's just an absolute nightmare, proper nightmare, but I've got the air intake out now, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this shouldn't take that long, but I am running out of time today, so I'm just going to do whatever I can, and then we're going to come back to this. Part 2 will be tomorrow on this, but let's just get this cam cover off. We're there. Just got to get the bolts off, and that will come up, and then I don't know, just see how far we get really, but I'm really struggling with this one. It's just no space, really no space. So anyway, we're going to get it done. So let's just carry on. I'll set you back up, and let's just give it a last little push, because I can't hang around today. I've got to shoot off early-ish, but let's just carry on for now, and let's get this cam cover off. Let's do this. Right, well, there we go, guys. That is the cam cover off. Yeah, pretty clean, I've got to be honest. There is some bits and pieces just there that's sitting on top, actually. So that's possibly coming from underneath inside that belt where it's breaking down. Yeah, it's coming from there probably. So it is a good job that we are changing this, removing this, cleaning this. I'll get in there as much as I can, but you know, there's so many oil channels and so many different sort of ways that the oil sort of goes back down into the sump. Do you know what I mean? Like even down there, look down there. Look, I don't know if I don't think that is. I think that's just part of the actual casing or the actual the way they've cut out for the engine head. Yeah, this is another. These two air conditioning pipes. They're not normally there on the other models like the 208s and the 2008s. Those kind of models, that's not there, and I couldn't get that cover off because they was in the way. So I had to undo the bolts down. This just been an absolute nightmare. But it's there, it's off. And now we can just start timing it up. And how you do that is you drop the timing tool over these two cams. And then there's a locking pin on the flywheel that's connected to the gearbox. There's a little hole. You have to put a pin in there. And then that locks it all up. So this one here, this will be over the cams. You just got to turn the engine over until you find the right position for those two notches to drop over those two there. You can see that they've got like a little flat surface there, and there's one on the other side. So once you find out where that pin pops into, this one here. So once you find out where there's a hole in the flywheel pops into underneath, the top one should just fall into position in place. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do next. And then this one here, that helps at the bottom where you're locking in the actual crank. Those 3 bolts go into the bottom of the crank pulley. There's 3 bolts just there, and that goes up there. I think it's just about that position like that. And then, yeah, it allows you to hold it as well. You can hold it whilst you undo the bolt, the crank bolt. But the locking pin does hold it anyway. You can just fire it off with a gun. So, but I'm absolutely shattered. I've got another probably half an hour, guys, before I've got to pack it up. So let's just see what I can get done in the next half an hour before I have to stop. And we'll go from there. But the next stage is getting it all timed and pinned and locked. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, it's going well. I've got it all pinned up. As you can see there, the pin is just there, and that is in the flywheel. There's only one hole as you're turning it around on that flywheel. There's only one hole because you can see it. There's like a little access panel just on the back of there, so you can see it as you're turning this bolt around. You can see when the hole lines up. You just back it off a little bit and then pop straight in. So that's good. So I've done that, and then this bar here, so that's popped on top, the cams, you can see, and then you just lock it in the middle, and you just put a bolt there and then a bolt at the back there, and then that sort of locks the 2 cams then. And you can also see, if you have a look on those 2 cams, you've got like a little notch there and a little notch there. See that little notch there and that little notch there, and they're facing in the same direction, so a little angle facing up, so they're both facing the same way. So yeah, I know now that is locked in position. So I've removed the lower crank pulley, which is connected to the water pump belt there. You've got a belt there, and then that belt connects to that water pump just there. So that's been removed with these 3. Still got this crank bolt to remove, so I'm not going to do that today. I haven't got time, but I have removed the case, and you can see that's the tensioner, and that's the idle pulley. So those 2 there will be replaced for new ones. As well as this gasket here. It comes in the kit, in the Daco kits, which is here. So yeah, you got the gasket there with the pulley, idle pulley, and the belt. It also comes with a lower crank seal as well. That bit there goes around this lower crank bolt. There's me torch. So you can see the seal there. So that goes in place there. So we're going to be changing that out as well, because that's not too much of a problem, I've got to be honest. Once you get this bolt out, this crank bolt, and this whole piece here, that sort of comes out in one piece. The access to this oil seal is pretty easy. So we'll be doing that, but we won't be doing it today because I've done all this other work. I've done obviously the lower sump. We've done that work now. But we are getting there. It is close. But I'm going to leave it there. This is part 1 done. Part 2 tomorrow, guys. We're going to crack on with it and get it done for her. We're going to get all these new pieces all fitted tomorrow. This is the sump. We haven't got another sump gasket. This does seem okay. The rubber does seem okay. You can tell if it's really gone because it's rock solid. But this feels nice. So I think this has been changed. This ain't original. This has been changed before. So that's good. But yeah, I've kind of run out of time. So that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. That is part 1 done on this little Peugeot 108. We're going to get back into it tomorrow and get it all finished off and wrapped up for her. But for now, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, drop me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up as well. That helps massively. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.